Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and well, we're going to preview some of the boxes that have arrived recently. The good news about well, the holiday season and everything is that a few less boxes leaves more time to do the holiday planning and enjoy the stretch that we have coming up here. But first and foremost, I want to just do a quick shout out here. Eugene sent me a package of ratcheting screwdriver set with all of the types of bits that you see me use. Well, those of you that watch know that I generally use a kind of a ratchet wrench, and he said maybe this will make my life easier. I really do appreciate it. I want to thank him for his generosity and kindness, and certainly this will show up in my toolkit as you see me do the video. So thank you again, Eugene. I really do appreciate the thoughts and your outreach there. Well, let's take a look at the reels that have shown up in my shop. We'll see which ones make the subjects of videos. We'll talk a little bit about each one of them, and we'll see which ones make them to videos. Before I get started to go too far, I want to encourage you that if you like these types of videos, go ahead and subscribe. The subscription will show you the videos and when I'm posting them, and you'll see the variety that shows up here, and you'll also have an opportunity to, well, see the ones that you would like and know when and where to look for them when they are published. Well, let's start. This one got dropped off by a local member of the fishing club. It's just a generic reel. It's one of these 70 size reels, 60 or 70 size reels, saltwater, and he told me it came in and needed a replacement handle. Well, I found him the replacement handle. You can see it doesn't match, but you know what? The black side actually matches pretty good. The button, not so much. So he said he got it from a clearance shelf because it was missing the handle, but he wanted to make sure that it's ready to go and that we can take it fishing. Well, I found the right handle, and quite honestly, it seems like it's pretty smooth, but I think what we'll do is we'll do a video on this one about how to service a generic spin fishing reel. This one's intended for the salt water. It's got the big bail. It's the bigger capacity of the line. And it's a reel called the Competitor Spinning Combo. And that's typically what you would find in a retail shop, mostly down towards the shore area or the beach areas where you go fishing, something that would be appropriate, something that, well, maybe it's an impulse buy, or usually it's an impulse buy. Somebody will come into a bait shop or something. They've been down at the beach. They're looking to do some fishing. They didn't have the equipment, and they'll buy a combo unit. This one would be attached to probably an 8-foot or a 9-foot rod, and typically it's used for surf fishing or fishing off of a pier. And as happens in retail environments, sometimes those handles just kind of go missing, and that's a shame. People just kind of steal them. You see that in Walmart and other places that have their rod and reel combinations out. All of a sudden you look at the pieces and they're missing handles. Such a shame. But at any rate, I found a handle that matches up for it, and we'll do the video on a generic service of the reels. Okay, well, this one came in from Kin. Came in from Kin from California. Let's see what he sent. Well, he sent me a box in a box. Sounds like those nested Russian dolls. I think I know what this one is. I think this is a Penn reel. Yeah, this is a Penn International reel. All right, so this is the Penn International. It's the 5 series, and it's the 12 VSX. This is a lever drag reel, and he asked me if it could be serviced, general service. So let's check. It's in free spool. It spins nicely, and it does move into first strike, and we're tight on second strike. So I haven't, that I'm aware of, I'll have to go back and check, but I don't think I've done a video on the 5 series VSX, the 12 size. So we'll try and do that video, and Kin can see how to do it the next time. And that's kind of what this channel is about, teaching you how the rods and reels and that come together, how to service them, how to do it yourself. So if you want to see that one, again, please subscribe. That'll be helpful. Okay, next one up was actually dropped off at the shop. It was dropped off by Wild Bill. And Wild Bill's first one in is this is a Daiwa. It's the Seagate. It's the Seagate 35H. It's a nice reel overall. It's got a narrow frame that's graphite metal spool. And he says free spools while engaged. Well, we're engaged. Let's make sure it free spools when it's not engaged. When it's engaged, this is very slick braid line. So here's my guess. My guess is that we've got braid slip. So let's test for that. Pull off some braid line. Engage it. Now, to test to see if you got braid slip or if it's another issue, hold the spool and turn. Okay, well, the spool is definitely grabbing. This is not a matter of free spool when engaged because the drags are doing their job with the pressure. So now let's pull the line. Wrap it around a couple of times. Be careful not to sever your fingers. Let's pull the line. Sure enough. So this line is so polished, so slick. And the arbor is a metal arbor without a stud or any way to capture the line there. What we've got is this braid is not grabbing the arbor on the inside of the spool, and that's what's causing this to act like it is free spooling even when engaged. So that's lessons learned there. This one's a little rough, so we're going to make sure we service that one completely. And we have another one of these. This is also the Seagate, smaller model. This is the 20H. Nice reels. There's a high-speed reel. This one is turning well. It says it's just in for service. Well, this makes me concerned. We're in free spool, and I'm turning the spool, and it's not free spooling. So there's probably a lot of dried grease in there. I just moved the handle, and it seems like it's free spooling now. My guess is there's a lot of dirt and debris in there that's causing that. Well, I haven't done videos on the Seagates, so I think I will. And you can look forward to those as part of the servicing overall. Well, hardly a month goes by that Bobby out in Tennessee doesn't send me something. He's been sending me a couple of reels, and I seem to take care of them. And I always enjoy working on his. Bobby gets a lot of reels in, and he searches flea markets and things like that. And he's got one here. This is a Quantum. This is an older model of the Quantum. The bail is not attached. The screw for the bail is in there, and he says I have been unable to put the bail back on. There's a little bit of a trick to this. It's going to be hard to put it on this way. What you want to do to get the bail set properly is to unscrew the bail wire. That'll give you the throw that you need to reset the stud on the back of the bail wire into the slot on this side. Right now it's very hard to do that, but we'll get it done. It's also you can see that it doesn't line up quite right. There will be some tension in that bail wire. We'll work on that one. And we have oops, just dropped the handle from this one. This is a Shakespeare Tiger. It's an all-around good reel. I understand there's a bail problem with this one. Yeah, we don't have a bail trip there. So there's probably a broken spring or something in here that will need to be resolved. Good thing with this one, I do have a couple of Shakespeare Tiger parts reels. Well, we had started this video with this one, a generic reel for combinations. And, well, this Shakespeare Tiger is very much that. It was mostly sold on a combination set. So you would find the Shakespeare Tiger rod with the Shakespeare Tiger reel, sold in places, well, like we just said, a Walmart or a bait and tackle shop or the like. Kind of grab and go performance. They're good reels. This one has got a plastic spool on it. I'm not crazy about that, but other than that, these will serve the purpose. This is also a smaller size reel than you saw on the other. And he's got one more here. We've got a Cardinal Bronco. Oh, got a little bit of a loose rear drag. This one says internal problem. Oh yeah, now there's an internal problem. Something isn't working there. Oh, we don't have an anti-reverse, and then we get stuck. And it says the anti-reverse isn't off. So there's something going on in there. Maybe we'll do a video on why fishing reels fail with that one. We have a classic Daiwa. This is a 403A. And it says the bail won't work. Okay, so in this case, this is one of those, you just want to test, make sure that everything is working, because you get the click there, but this free spool lever is not moving out of the way when it's time to click. It's just not moving back. You know what? Sometimes it's as simple as just putting some penetrating oil on there, and sometimes working that will make it work. We'll see. Sometimes there's more of a mechanical issue going. Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out. Okay, enough on that video. We've got the Shakespeare 109, not the Shakespeare, the Penn Pier 109, and well, he says dried grease, but there's more going on than that. Interestingly enough, I think I see what the issue is right here. We have the line is trapped behind the spool. I don't know if we can see that there, but this little tag of line here is actually inside the ring of the spool. So that means it's wrapped around the gearing, and well, you can't turn a reel with that line acting as a brake, kind of getting stuck in that little seam of the spool there. So that's a relatively easy fix. And we have one more here. I love these reels. So this is sort of the Ocean City equivalent of what you just saw there with the 109, only this one's a whole lot stronger in my opinion. This is actually made by, this is the 944F True Temper, which means that this was made after True Temper acquired Ocean City. Trying to find the naming on it. I remember the name, but I don't remember the name. Well, this one isn't releasing. There's something going on there, and kind of the opposite of what we saw in the other one. There's a huge gap here in the spool. You can see that should not be sitting all the way over here, and it does appear that it kind of turns one way anyway. All right, well, we'll get underneath that one. So, Bobby, thank you for sending those reels in. We'll see what we can do to give these a second chance, and hopefully make those work nicely for everybody. All right, one more here. We've got Kevin is sending this one in, and Kevin has sent me a few reels in the past. Kevin is from out in Minnesota. And let's see what we got. Looks like we have two reels from Kevin. First one is an Ambassador. So this one is a Made in Sweden Ambassador. It's the 5000, kind of the classic, right? Can't get enough 5000s. Just seems tight. Everything seems to be working on it. So there is a little bit of a hesitation. You can see it here. There's a hesitation, a couple of bumps before this thing is actually clicking over. And what that usually means is there's a lot of dried grease inside here. And that's kind of how the reel feels when you're turning it. It's just not quite right. So we'll rebuild that one for him. I do have quite a catalog of Ambassador reels on how to service them. So probably will not do a video on this one. And then this one's just one of the classics of all time. This is the metal shielded Shimano. It's designed for professionals, Bantam 400. It's a metal jacketed Shimano reel. This one is just, it's kind of rare, highly desirable, beautiful reel overall. And it gets serviced just like the other Bantams, but it's just so solid and well made that, well, it's just a treasure to have. And if you own one of these, you understand why. I'll see if I have a chance, I'll try and do a video on that one. And then finally, well, people ask for updates, and this one we showed as part of my flea market series. It's a 704 pen. Inside this one is terribly, terribly loaded with sand and dirt and debris, and my hope is that this week I will get a chance to work on this one and restore it. This one still does work, but there's a hitch in its giddy up, if you will. You can feel the dirt, and that is interfering with the performance of this reel. So one of my goals at the end of the week is to get that one up and running again, give that one a second chance. So I hope you've enjoyed the previews to that. Again, if you'd like to see these as how to service and repair videos, Please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, then you know. Notifications help to alert you when these things are being posted. And if you want to see one of these reels that I don't plan to do as a video, well, just leave a note in the comment section. I will try to do that video for you or direct you to one of those videos in my library, like I mentioned with the 5,000 Ambassador, for example. To our first responders and essential personnel, thank you for your career choice, for your dedication to service, and for everything it is that you do. To everybody, it's the time to work on your reels. It's getting a little cold out there. The seasons are closing, but that doesn't mean that you have to just leave these until the next fish bite. Take the time to service them. If you need help, leave that questions in your comment section. I will try to help you out as you service your reels and get them ready for the next run. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.